Ladies and gentlemen, here is your instructions on how to set up your classroom so that you can do a Google Meet and live stream it with your classroom. First thing you're going to do is pull up all the documents you need on your desktop.
All right, so I have my smart notebook, and if I needed like a YouTube video or something, whoops, I'll go ahead and bring that up as well. Okay, so those are ready for when my class is going to start.
Okay, second thing is you're going to start a Google Meet.
All right, so I'll open a new tab, and you can type in Google Meet. You can go to the dots and go to Meet, and then you'll start it. So I'll call this Demo 2. And now,
make sure you turn off your microphone and sound on your desktop computer.
so camera doesn't matter, but so to turn off my microphone, I'll click this button. And then the big thing is you do need to turn off your sound as well. So my sound was up here before, so make sure you go and down to nothing. And that was in the lower right-hand corner. And so now I hit join, and join like normal, excuse me. And so there's my camera for the desktop, doesn't matter.
And one thing you'll want to do on your computer.
Mike Cullen joined.
There he is. And one thing you'll want to do is you'll want to change your Google Meet on your desktop to spotlight mode.
So to do that, you go down to the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner, and you go to change layout, and then you choose spotlight. This will allow it just to be your full screen there.
Okay, then you'll move over to your Chromebook.
All right, and so that you'll position where you would like. Right now we have it in front of the smart board.
First thing is to plug in your camera.
All right, so here is your camera, just with your USB. Just plug it in one of the sides.
Second thing is to join the Google Meet that you just created.
So I just open up a Chrome tab and join the Meet. And so now when I do join this time I'll type in that Meet. So it was called Demo 2. So I'll hit continue. And now when I join this computer, I will leave the microphone on, but the camera on as well, because that's where the kids are going to be able to see your face like you're seeing me now. But make sure you turn your sound off, and that's done by there's a button on your Chromebook that has, the mute one. Mark, how does that sound?
Sounds good. Hit join. I think the sound, do you need the sound on or do you need the sound off?
Depends if you want kids remotely to hear.
Yeah, I think you want your sound on this computer. Because
Sorry.
if you ask a student a question remotely and they ask something or they want a clarification, you'll want to hear them speak.
Yep.
So you'll want your microphone and sound on the Chromebook.
Yep.
And now here you'll also want to change your layout. You have 2 options here to spotlight or grid.
So again, you go to the 3 dots and change layout. And now this time, instead of spotlight, like Mark's saying, sidebar or tiled, which one do you want?
Doesn't matter. Sidebar's fine.
All right. So notice now you can see yourself and then anyone else who is in your meeting. And then obviously the other screen right now.
And obviously one of our students, Mike Cullen, didn't want to show his face, so his camera's off, which is perfectly fine. And now, what happens if your camera is not defaulted to the actually brand new cameras we have? What happens if it's the Chromebook camera? Here's how you fix that problem.
So you will go back to the 3 dots, and then you'll go to settings. And now be careful because it's automatically on audio here. And so you're gonna go to the right and click on the video tab. And then here in this drop-down menu, it should give you 2 options, and you would pick the second option. So notice how similar they are. I don't know how well you can see that. They both say HD web camera or webcam. This, whatever one it was on, so it was on this one, you would switch to the other one. Now notice because my other one is covered up, that's why you don't see anything right now. But so yep, you just pick the other option and then hit done, and it should now take it from that. If you want to check, just go ahead and put your finger to the camera and you can see if it goes ahead and covers you or not.
And some Chromebooks will say front camera, and that will be the one you don't want.
Yep.
Okay, so now we can instruct and record. So the purpose of having the Chromebook open over here is so you can monitor your at-home children on the side here. If they do have a question, what you could do is you could have them put their question in the chat and ask it from there. But
And so notice, like, here's my screen where I'm teaching. And, oh, sorry, I can see myself. So notice here's my screen where I'm teaching from. And so you can decide where you put the camera, but like I put mine right here. So then I can see if they, like I can see my students, I can see if the little chat thing comes up. I know some people were talking about putting that right here and putting it higher so that they can still see while I'm talking to my kids, I can still talk directly to whoever's on there.
the setup we just went through for you is what you would do prior to the kids coming in, if possible. Now here's how you instruct. So go over to the desktop, and on that desktop we're going to present.
So I have a smartboard lesson, so I'm just going to put it up on the screen. But remember, if you were going to do like a video or Google Slides or anything, you just bring that tab up.
But you're going to have to present.
And so, oh yeah, sorry. And so to present here, you just go in the lower right-hand corner and hit present now. Now I'm gonna do entire screen because I'm gonna be doing a notebook file where I want all of that to be seen. But if you're doing a video, notice here it does say that you would just wanna record the Chrome tab. If you're using Google Slides, you could do any of the options, but if you're doing a video or animation, you'll want to do the Chrome tab for best quality. Otherwise you can use any of them here. So I'm gonna do my entire screen. And then you just click on the screen so it's like, yep, this is what you want me to look at. And now when I hit share, it's going to now record this to everybody who's watching, or sorry, not record it, but show it. So now, Mark, if you show my Chromebook screen, you can see exactly what is on the smartboard is also being shown to the students on their screen, and also to me as a teacher, so I know what they're seeing. And they can see myself as well as other students on the side.
And let's record the video and then just do 30 seconds of teaching.
Perfect. So recording here from the same computer desktop here that you're doing the share screen from. To record, you go back to those three dots in the lower right-hand corner. And then up at the top, you hit record meeting and then accept. Now it does take a second. You can see that that record is gray right now. Once it turns red, you're good to go. And so then I'll go to my, whatever I'm gonna present here. And now I can be drawing and talking to the kids here. And so looking at my kids, looking at my screen, seeing what, if they have a question, seeing what they're looking at. And so I can keep going. And then go from there. And then when I'm done, I'll go back over to my computer here and stop the recording, and it should save in my Google Drive.
And it will also send you an email saying that
Yes.
it's going to take a while to render that recording, maybe hours if you're doing a whole 30 to 50 minute presentation. So now real quickly, one last thing we want to show you is the powerful use of this doc cam also could be used as possibly showing the teacher or maybe some work you have up on the board or an example problem or model on a piece of paper, or maybe a lab setup with all of your lab equipment ready to go.
Yep.
So one way you'll want to do that is if you're doing this, you'll want to go onto your Chromebook and change your layout into spotlight form. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want the kids to be on there if they're seeing this.
Quick side note before I do that, notice Mike entered something in the chat. So there is that little bubble there, so then I can click. If you wanted, Oh, Mike, you could go ahead and leave that up so you could just see if he types something again. Get out of there. And so, yeah, so just something to notice is you could leave that up.
A good teaching strategy is also have one of your students or a couple be in charge of monitoring the chat
Yep.
during your demonstration.
Yep.
So we've changed this to spotlight mode.
I am right now, sorry. So that's that change again. So that way you're not seeing all the other kids and stuff. You can leave the chat up or you can close it.
And now you'll also want to pin this yourself to the screen on the Chromebook. So pinning is just done by hitting that little pin button. So now you're seeing what's on the screen. Hi! And now you could actually pick up that dock camera if you wanted to, and you could move it around and show this beautiful little reading book here. Passage.
And so now I could point to whatever I wanted to look at. I know this is blurry right now. The bigger thing would be is like if you needed to, I don't know, if you needed to show Mike Cullen for some reason, or if I wanted to show a lab that was being done, I can now go and record Mark and see whatever. I can show something if before, like we had stuff written on the board, you could now read that. You could take it back to the corner to see the bulletin board better, whatever you...
Or if you wanted to, clip it back on the Chromebook.
Oh, yeah.
You could actually, if you feel like the students would like to see you teaching, you could use it while you're up here instructing. So show me where, oh, there I am, hi. Or you could pick up your Chromebook and take it along with you to other portions of the room if you have something else listed there.
Yep.
I think that's it. Did we cover everything? Michael, are we good?
You guys are excellent.
Okay, good job, everybody.
Thanks.